So in 1969 my 911T came with these solid rotors on the front and the rear, and these pretty heavy M calipers. Now I'd like to upgrade to ventilated discs all round, and for the rear that's really easy. I just buy a set of ventilated discs and then buy a set of later brake calipers from say an SC, and it's an easy swap, everything fits, no problem. On the front it's not so easy. Unfortunately the struts on the 69T had a 3-inch bolt spacing. So to upgrade to an S-caliper which had a 3.5-inch bolt spacing, I would have to change out my struts. Now there is another option. I can buy an S-caliper from an Alfa Romeo, a Brembo aluminum brake caliper, and that has the right 3-inch offset on the actual bolt spacing. It also fits right up to the ventilated disc, and I can also run the 19mm master cylinder because it has the same 48mm piston inside the caliper. So I think that's the easiest option, and that's probably what I'm going to do. So I picked up a pair of used SC calipers from Easy's. This means that I can run ventilated discs on the back of the car. The bolt spacing is the same on the rear across the years, so these calipers should work great. So I'm just going to remove the clip so I can get the shoes out. They just pop right out. No problem. Now I'm going to take a little punch and I'm just going to tap these out. There you go. Okay, now the shoes just come out. Now the hard thing to get out of these pistons, I'm going to have to actually, before I take the caliper apart, I'm going to have to actually push these pistons out with compressed air through the, where is the hole here for the fluid hole. So let's take off some things that I know that I don't need. I want the bleed nipple, I want to make sure that's tight, and in there, I don't know what's happened to these lines in the past. I'm going to take off the rubber bushings, which I'll have to replace. I'll get a rebuild kit. So I'm not going to save these, I'm just going to tear these off. And hopefully my pistons are in good shape. So there's a little metal ring, just get, there you go. Little metal ring that holds the sleeve in. The dust shield in. Where is it on this one? Here it is. Bang. There we are. Those two. I think they even come in the kit. So there we go. Old dust shield out the way. Okay. Alright, so we'll give it a go with some compressed air. I'm not sure how seized these pistons are inside here, so I might have to get my C-clamp and just give them some pressure to break them free before I start actually doing the compressed air, and maybe some PB blaster in there to lubricate them. Let's see how we do. Okay, pretty seized in there, so let me go and get my C-clamp and some PB blaster, and then we'll see if we can get them out with that. Okay, now I just want to give a little bit of pressure on the piston to unseize it from the caliper. I don't want to move it too far back into the bore, so there you go. Felt it click a little bit there. I'll do the same on this side. Just want to feel it pop a little bit so that I know how to get it out. Also, it's the angle of it. If it gets stuck, you got to try and get it straight as you can. Come on, there you go. It's that little pop. Okay, let's try the compressed air again. Stand well back. These things just come flying out when they go. Whoa! One out. What a shocker. Okay, the piston looks in pretty good condition. Alright, so to get the other one out, now I'm going to have to hold this one in there with my C-clamp and try and get the other one out. So let's set that up. Okay. Keep on trying to free it up. Oh, it's going into the bolt, so I feel like if it's going in, it's going to come out. It's going. It's going. Here it comes. It's out. Get these bolts out of here. There you go. Get this caliper apart. Get everything cleaned and blasted and replated, and they'll be like brand new again. Get all new seals, new pads, and like I say, maybe new pistons. I'm not sure. I don't think they're that bad. Keep everything together. There's a little rubber grommet in there that keeps the two halves. Come on. There you go. Whoa, off it goes. There it comes. Alright, take that one out. Replace those with new ones. Rubber bushings out. We'll replace all of these too. And yeah, we'll clean this up in the parts washer, and then we'll put them in the blast cabinet. Take that bleed screw out too. That one is all the way. What in between? Let's try and get. There you go. I would say they are both gonna come out now. There we are. One piston. Two. Excellent. There she is. I've got to help her today, don't I? Yeah. Are you going to take these brake calipers apart? Yeah. Excellent. All right, let's do it. So this one is the last one. Can I help? Yeah, try that. Okay. Wait, where? The seal is down there. And then you just... It's hard. You see it? There you go, you got it. Stick it out. There it is. See that? Boom! Out it comes. Alright. Here we are. Four. We've got some Brembo... All these! Halves. Wah. Okay, let's keep them together as pairs, okay? And then we'll clean them up as pairs. Can we clean them in the sink? Yeah. Here are all the parts of the brake caliper ready for yellow zinc plating. The bolts will actually get black oxide. I've laid everything out on the bench ready for assembly. I want to keep everything organized. I'm really happy with the yellow zinc plating on the calipers. I just think it turned out beautiful. The pistons from the SC calipers are in actually good condition, so no need to buy new ones. I also bought a rebuild kit for all the calipers and new brake pads, of course. I'm excited to get these Brembo brake calipers back together and see how they fit on the car. And I splurged and got some Porterfield racing brake pads too. I made this little paper template to help me align the piston in the caliper correctly. First thing to go in is the piston seal, and I just lubricated everything with some .4 brake fluid. Next is the dust shields for the pistons, and I just want to make sure they're all seated properly. The Haynes manual has this great little illustration for the correct orientation of the piston inside the caliper. This helps combat brake squeal. I'm going to check the alignment one more time. Next to go on is the retaining ring for the dust shield. I'm now ready to reassemble the caliper, and the first thing to go in are these little seals into the halves so they don't leak fluid at the joint. The spacer gets a seal too, so that makes it a total of 4 per caliper. I've got to be really careful at this stage not to pinch the seal as I'm putting the calipers back together. I'm just going to hand tighten all of the caliper nuts and check my seals to make sure everything's correct before torquing them down. For the torque settings on this M caliper, I'm going to start from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4 at 7 foot-pounds. Then I'm going to repeat the process and go 2314 at 17 foot-pounds. I'm going to use a liberal amount of anti-seize compound on the back of the brake pads. And then I'll just wrap it up with the retaining hardware. And that's the rear calipers done. I wasn't so lucky with the Brembo pistons. They had a lot of pitting and corrosion, so I had to change them out. I called Eric at PMB Performance, and he was great. He sold me the replacement stainless steel pistons, as well as all the rebuild kits for the Brembo brake calipers. It's the same assembly process for the Brembo calipers. First is the seal for the piston. Next, it's the piston dust shields. I'm going to use my C-clamp to push the piston into the bore. Again, checking my piston alignment with my little paper template. And then it's on with the retaining ring for the dust shield. Adding all the little half seals. Taking my time at this stage and making sure I don't pinch any of the seals or they come out of their little holes. I'm going to use the same torque procedure as the rear calipers, but this time I'm going to torque the bolts down to 30 foot-pounds. I got this recommendation from Eric at PMB Performance. More anti-seize compound for the brake pads. The retaining hardware for these Brembos is a little different, and mine didn't come with any, so I ordered these from Centerline International, an online Alfa Romeo supplier. Wow, they look great, and I am really excited to get these things back on the car and see how they perform.